Hello everyone, welcome back to FTRL for week 6 of our championship, and for this evening it's back on GT1 Friday nights, and we're back to normal this week after our special week last week, which means it's back to normal in the commentary. Back with me this evening, it's Mr. Blue Flag. Good evening.
Hello everybody.
Yeah, so we're back to normal this evening after our special events. So back to the sprint weeks, and last night we had Kyoto, and tonight we have the Red Bull Ring, which is a track that every single person in this division of GT1 will have driven on multiple occasions, probably at least 4 or 5 times for each of them, to be honest, in a combination of GT or F1 or any other motor racing games. Very, very popular tracks. Everyone will know this track like the back of their hand, definitely. Which means it should be a very, very competitive evening, I'd imagine.
It should be indeed. If anything is to go by from the rest of the season, then yeah, there's been some very good races up and down. So
I think this track lends itself to sprint races as well, in terms of its layout. There's a lot of straights.
It's quite short. As you say, it's short, snappy sort of track. It's not too many overtaking opportunities.
Not too many. Turn 2 is maybe the main one, isn't it? I would say. Well, technically, I think actually turn 2 is the kink, but we're not going to count that. So when I refer to turn 2, turn 2 is this corner that Lee, Colin, Graham are coming up towards, which is at the top of the hill. That's turn 2, not the kink.
I agree. A kink that you can take flat out is not a corner. Yeah,
exactly. Wholeheartedly agree. Right, so turn 2 this evening is that corner that I've just went past now, which is this kind of hairpin right at the top of the hill. But as we mentioned earlier, just before commentary, turn 1 seems to be a big talking point before quali and all that, and turn 1 seems to be, as always, very challenging here. It's without a doubt the most important corner on the track, not only because it's difficult, but because it leads on to this massive straight. Very difficult.
Yeah, it seems half the corners on this track lead onto a big straight, so there's you know, the final corner, turn 1, turn 2, they're probably the 3 key corners, because you get those wrong and whoever's behind you's going to have a pretty good run at you.
Yeah, 100%. It's penalties are going to be a big thing this evening. As always around the Red Bull Ring, they are very, very strict.
Yeah, but unlike back in the day where you could pick up a 1 second penalty at turn 1 and bleed it off over the next 2 corners, you haven't got that luxury anymore with the penalty line. You hold on to that penalty all the way round to the line and then lose it in one go. So
it's going to be a very, very tricky scenario here to try and deal with penalties. Like, you're going to want to avoid them at all costs, to be honest, because it's going to ruin your race basically if you pick up a few of them. As we know from races before, a half-second penalty is more like a second in most tracks. So yeah, you want to avoid them at all costs. And obviously, with it being a sprint week, does mean that qualifying is only 5 minutes, so that will be 2 laps. You might get someone who might manage 3 laps, time laps, but the vast majority will be 2 laps, I'd imagine.
Yeah, a lot of the times I was seeing in the practice lobby before this one went up, I was seeing sort of high 28s and 29s going in, so yeah, if you've got out early enough and you've got a clear run at it, you might get 3.
Well, we've got quite a few people in the chat already. Marley's in the chat, Derek as well, he had a good race too last night, a very, very good race too in Kyoto. And then we've got Peteman as well, shouting on one of his good mates, Sean, or SBY, who's on his outlap at the moment. So yeah, we will be expecting 2 or 3 laps, so it's important you definitely do get a good banker in around here. Obviously, turn 1 is very, very important. Obviously, you want to avoid penalties on your quality lap, as that will absolutely ruin it. And we're going to see cars backing off, trying to give himself a little bit of room. Got Aaron, who's going to be he's miles in front of everyone. I don't understand how he's that far in front, to be honest. But anyway, Pine is P2 at the moment. He's come across to the line, so he's going to be starting his time like just behind Aaron, and then it's Tom who's third in line. So, Aaron's picked up a penalty already.
Yep, speaking of penalties, there's one straight away.
Now, unfortunately for Aaron, he's by his own admission, he was talking to me about this just evening. His qualifying has been a bit of a mare this evening. He's done well in the races, but his qualifying, he's having a bit of a mental block on qualifying. So hopefully, I know it's not started well, but hopefully he can qualify in the top 5 or 6, and that can get us back in his mojo this evening.
Yeah, like you say, he tends to work his way forward in the races. He just doesn't put himself in a good position to go from.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Tom is on his lap as well. We're on board with him. He's having a nice little exit there from what's turn 4. And then you've got the twistier section. You've got this downhill left-hander. It's important that you get on the power early enough, and you'll go to the right-hand side on the curb, and then you've got this left-hander.
Chubbs' laps in the bin. He's run wide out of turn 3.
Oh dear. Well, that's Chubbs going to have maybe 1 lap maximum then. Got Tom coming down last couple of corners, downhill, difficult braking zone, fast corners as well. Uses all the curb on the outside, shucks it in, hopes it sticks. It does indeed. Get a good exit on the last corner as well. Good run up towards the line. We've got a 30.1 from Aaron, but that was a penalty induced lap, so it's not going to be quick. 28.8 for T Smith. That is your benchmark time for them all to aim at then. Pine P2. Witchell now jumps up into P2. 29 flat for him. SBI 29.5. Pagani 29.2. Well just under the 30 marker, 29.9. Also Lee 29.9. Captain Chubbs, that dodgy lap from him. And then Biggles 30.1. So Witchell then is going to have a sector 1 time coming up in a second time. Let's see what it's going to be. It's purple from 2 100ths of a second as he comes into that difficult turn 2 hairpin. Get on the power early and we'll see what he can do. Anyone else purple through sector 1? Let's go back. Let's see, I think actually Witchell's right at the very back. Well, he's mid to back of the pack, so he's... Oh, this might be his last lap actually. It's going to be very tight. He might manage another one. Don't think everyone's going to get another lap.
Yeah, for all the disdain that Pagani's been expressing towards this track over the last couple of days, he's actually done a pretty decent lap and got himself into P3.
He's never been a fan of this, has he, round here?
No.
Never. As long as I remember, he's always hated this track. Witchell then, let's have a look. He's coming around. He's going to get another lap, Witchell. He's going to be just in time. There's going to be, I think, maybe the last back 3 or 4 might struggle here to get another lap in. And Witchell comes across the line. What is it going to be for him? Is it going to be a new fastest lap?
Well, Tom's qualifying is over.
Not.
He's got a 1 second penalty carried over from the previous laps. So that's going to get served on this one, so Tom's done.
Oh, Witchell's...
Oh, big twitch!
That's his lap ruined.
I think that's that for Witchell too.
Oh, Chubbs, that's his quali done. Oh, he's had a disaster. Oh dear, not good from Chubbs. Pagani, he's 110 foot through sector 1. Keep an eye on Pagani here. He's had a good opening sector. He's only one of the top 3. He's going to have a decent lap here in his last try, so he is in a good place at the moment here. Let's keep an eye on, see if he can manage it. Tom has that penalty, so he's not going to improve on this lap. Witchell, I'd be shocked if he improves. He had an absolute massive
stinker at turn 1, yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. So there's no way he's going to improve here. Pagani, let's have a look. Sector 2. Is he going to have gained even more time?
Pine's on a personal best through sector 2, but I don't think it's going to trouble the 2 out front.
Pagani's lost a lot of time. It's not going to be any good. Ross.
Pine's round in the last corner.
Ross is on a lap as well. Oh, he's getting a bit unsettled there. But he's managed to control it. Oh, he's picked up a penalty. Ah, dear. Oh, no improvement coming here. It's been a bit of a shocking lap from the field event, to be honest, this last lap. There's been no improvements at all so far. Oh, everyone's picking up penalties, I think, here. It's not going to be an improvement for Lee either. He's miles off at his best here. That last lap was a bit of a damp squid, wasn't it?
Yeah, everyone just trying to push and try and find that extra bit in their final lap and picking up penalties as a consequence.
Yeah, nobody improved on the last lap there, so everyone pushing that penalties. We did say it's going to be a huge factor tonight. Debatedly, it's going to be a bigger factor than their outright pace. It's penalties tonight. If you pick them up, they will destroy your race and put you way back in the pack. So yeah, you definitely don't want to be picking them up. So it's T. Smith on pole position from Witch on P2, Pagani P3, and you've got Pine, SBY, Ross, Graham, Well, Lee, Aarons in P10, and then we've got Biggles and Captain Chubbs at the back. Right then. Oh, it's this terrible camera angle that always happens, isn't it? Why is Captain Chubbs on my screen on P1? He's not on P1, oh, he's reset it. Good. There we go. Good camera angle. Now, T. Smith is going to be starting us off from pole position, Witchell alongside him. T. Smith tries to cover him off as they go in towards turn 1. And T. Smith holds it round the outside. Oh, it's side by sides. And Witchell through. I think there's a bit of lag on my screen there, to be honest. Pagani and P3 then. We've got Pine and P4 having a look as well at the BWT car. Good start from them. They're P1 and P4. Tom having a look down the inside at turn 2. And T. Smith gets him back past. Go back up to P1.
Does that open the door for Pagani to have a look? No, he's at the tucking behind.
He is in the slipstream though, and he's gaining. He's now having a little look.
You got to show Witchell the nose. He is.
He is. Side by side.
Oh, bit of Morse code from behind from Pine there.
Witchell does appear to be lagging on my screen. Is he lagging on yours? It's just me.
His car is jumping around and moving around at some funny angles on my screen, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Pine and Ross as well, they're having a wee bit of a battle towards this next corner, and Pine's winning out on that. He's holding Ross off for the time being. And we've got SBY in the background. Aaron's had a great start again. P10 he started, he's up to P7. Then comes Graham and Lee in P8 and P9. Oh, Lee's had a penalty, so he's had to back off, obviously. A lot of lag on my screen and points around here. It's unusual. I usually have this much lag. Right, okay, P1, it's Tom. It's 9/10 of a second, the gap out front. Witchell in P2. Oh, I'm using a lot of curb there. Pagani, ooh, on the curb there.
Pine very wide out of 1.
You've got a better exit though.
He has, but he's got a penalty. He's got
he does.
Penalty for his trouble.
There's no point getting past Pagani here then. He's going to have a penalty, so just let Pagani go. I don't think he's going to. He's trying to go around the outside, but he has to sit back. That's going to allow Ross to possibly have a little look here.
Big twitch from SBY off of that sausage curb out of turn 2.
And he's got Aaron behind him now, and there's a decent gap behind to Well, who's fighting with Graham, Lee, Captain Chubbs, and Biggles. Captain Chubbs having to recover. He had a pretty shocking quality. He'd never really had a clean lap at all. And Pine now, we're going to have to keep an eye on. He's going to drop down the order. How far is he going to drop? Is he going to drop all the way back behind Aaron or not? Let's have a little look. How much is he going to lose here? So Pine is coming up towards the penalty line now. A few seconds. And there it is here. So you're going to drop down. Ross is going to get past. There's Ross. SPY is going to be very close. He's only lost 1 place there. So he's got away with it. Aaron's right on the back though of SPY. It's going to be very close towards into turn 1. Aaron had Pooh's out having a little look. In the background there's Chubbs having a go at Lee Call.
Yeah.
Oh, is there a side contact? Oh, a lot of contact, and then Lee getting kind of spun up on the curb a bit on the outside. Biggles picks up a penalty as well.
Yeah, I think
T. Smith and Witchell.
Chubbs just let out that to let Lee get back in front, I think, after that contact. Got Aaron off wide. Oh. Aaron's wide at 2.
He's back on now. Yeah, make sure you do give the stream a little like. It does help us out a lot. Aaron had a little bit of a wiggle, so I don't know if that was contact with Sean in front.
Yeah, was that an apology, or was that a... Wait, I'm here, mate.
Yeah, Aaron had another wiggle there on the exit turn 3. Wells picked up a penalty as well. Oh, so's Biggles still. Yeah, he still got that from turn 1 of that lap. So Witchell back in front. We missed that overtake from him. Oh, there's a huge amount of lag on my screen for Witchell.
I'm watching Witchell. I wasn't sure if he was having a moment then, or if that was just his leg.
It's crazy. Never seen Witchell have lag before, but it's. I would actually say it's on par with Jonesy at the moment. I mean, he's lag. It's very, very bad. Pagani P3, Ross P4 now, Pines P5, then comes SBY, Aaron's in P7. Well is actually still in PA, he had that penalty, remember, he's got rid of.
He served it in held position.
Lee's got a penalty as well. Oh, he's very wide there, Lee, and Captain Chubbs is absolutely all over the back of him, and he's going to be alongside him as he goes towards turn 2. So it's going to be Lee on the inside, Captain Chubbs on the outside. Last of the late breakers here. It's still side by side. Oh, it's contact. Captain Chubbs around the outside.
Yeah, you had Sean and Pine going to battle here, down into turn 3. Pine's up the inside.
Switch back.
Yeah, he was very late on the brakes. Gave Sean the opportunity to come back at him, and Sean said, "Yep, thank you very much. I'll take that."
Aaron back up behind him now, hasn't it? Ross is away as well now. He's catching Pagani.
Now, I'm thinking that Tom may have had a moment on that last lap. I don't think it was just the Witchell overtake that slowed him down, but he's lost 1.5 seconds to Witchell in that previous lap.
Things are all quieting down a little bit down the back as well. Witchell's got a second now. So he's outside of slipstream range. He's still getting an awful amount of lag, so I'm going to go on board with Tom. Hurting my eyes a bit. Pagani P3 still. 2 seconds back.
He's got a knack of doing that as Witchell, getting himself in front and then just pulling a gap.
Just enough. Pine SBY. They're coming back at it. Turn 2. SBY on the outside, Pine down the inside. Good move from Pine there. And a good old battle, these two. Well, sitting nice in P8 with Graham behind him. Gap back to Lee, who's now got Biggles, and Captain Chubbs is now back right down the back, and he also has a penalty for his troubles. Biggles having a little look at Lee here down the inside. Lee tries to defend, hold it round the outside, side by side, giving each other room. Biggles though looks like he's got ahead at the moment. He looks like he's done it, and he's up to P10. Good move from Biggles there. Lee struggling at the moment for the time being. That gap out front is stationary now at round about the second mark. That gap to Pagani though increasing slowly. Ross just outside of slipstream range, and then behind you've got this 3-car battle. It could become a little bit more of Well and Graham sniffing up. You've had
Pine and SBY trading places, and Aaron's caught up, so we've got a 3-car battle for P5. Is it wide enough to pick up a penalty?
No, it's wide, but not too wide.
Yeah, I think it's sort of like the
SBY.
Big twitch from Sean and Aaron. Yeah, Aaron had one behind him in sympathy. I think someone's off in the background. One of the rebellions. Spiggles.
Oh dear. I just complimented on his move, and then fortunately it's all crashing down.
It's your fault.
Yeah. Slipstream range back in it for Tom. Witchell is not away here. But Tom's got a penalty though.
Tom's got a penalty. Yeah.
Tom! He's... That was a save on it. I thought that was round there.
Tom pushing hard and pushing his luck.
That was quite a moment, that one. Well, Ross is still like kind of a second away, and Pine's actually caught back up. So he's now back within slipstream range, and he's bringing SBY with him. Aaron's just inside and outside.
Hanging on in there, he's on the cusp of it.
Round about there, isn't he? He's just hovering. Graham's right on the back. No, Derek, not at all. I would never do such a thing.
Well,
how would you ever insinuate that that was what I was doing there? Terrible.
Mitchell's got a penalty, so Tom's serving his penalty on the last lap. Mitchell's going to serve one this time.
Oh,
Tom's picked one up.
No comment. No comment. Right. But Aaron's still got Ross, and I've got Pine and SBY. Aaron's dropped out a little bit here now. He was hovering just there, but he's actually going to have to watch out. He's got the two behind him that aren't that far behind now. And then Lee's got Captain Chubbs. We've got Biggles, unfortunately, at that moment. So, both on the top going to have a penalty, which is going to allow Pagani to close up a little bit, but at the moment, it's as you were behind. They're all being quite careful for the time being. And the guys behind aren't picking up the penalties, it's the guys in front. So they're going to have to be careful here that they don't pick up any more. They don't want to be caught up behind. And they've escaped penalties on the last couple of corners that time. Personal best for Ross there on the last lap. Consistent lap times from them all. Good evening, Fat Dane. Make sure you like the stream, everyone.
Another penalty for Tom.
Oh, it's not going well, that turn one, is it? That's 3 laps in a row now, I think, isn't it?
If he keeps that up, he's going to end up in the clutches of Pagani.
Oh, he's slided as well around that. So yeah, I think it's going to be P2 here, unless Witchell makes a mistake. Pagani has got Ross still just there.
Yep, but Ross has now got a pink car in the shape of Pine to fill his mirrors. He's got SBY there as well.
Pine's having a very good race, so he is. Held off Sean, and he's getting back at Ross now as well, so a good race. They've all been very well behaved. Not used to this. Well, 2 seconds Tom's got to Pagani, so he can't really afford many more mistakes, can he? You can just about see some tyre wear creeping in now. Just about. It's not a tyre wear track at all, this, is it? Red Bull Ring.
No, I don't think this has really been a tyre wear car from the sprint races we've had this season. I can't really recall that many occasions where we've even commented on tyre wear in the sprint
combination
weeks.
Of track and car, this one. This Red Bull Ring, when you think about it, other than the last 2 corners, it has no high-speed corners at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, Pine's had a look at Ross.
Oh, SBY's got a penalty as well. There we go. Gonna have to hold it around the outside if he wants to keep this place, Ross. Pine down the inside, Ross trying to hold it. I think he's gonna have to give this one up. He does indeed. Now, SBY is going to drop.
Look, those two spending half a lap side by side to allow Pagani a little bit of breathing space.
Yeah, a couple of
times. He was being caught.
Well, we'll see what Pine can do, and if Ross can cling onto the back of him and reel him towards Pagani. Now, SBY is going to drop back here into the clutches of Aaron's slipstream, I'd imagine here. Yep, there we go. So as SBY dropping back.
I can't see what's going on at the moment because my game's decided to give me a lovely shot of the Austrian countryside. Oh, there we go.
I love it when it does that.
Yeah, the trees are lovely, but I want to see the cars.
Wide. Oh, so's Tom though. Some crazy sideways action in turn 1. Witchell for that big slide. He did just set a purple lap time, but he has picked up a half-second penalty in the process on the next lap. So Pagani then is now being well and truly caught by the chasing pack behind. It looks like there could be a bit of a battle for the last podium place at the moment. P3, it's a 4-car battle with Aaron just hovering outside of slipstream range. He's been a bit in no man's land after the first few laps. Will and Graham, they've been very close all race, P8, P9. Lee's in P10, he's got Captain Chubbs, and Biggles is there a bit behind in P12. So Witchell then has that penalty to serve.
Oh, Sean's been in through the kitty litter.
Oh.
He's dropped down to P7.
So he has. What's happened to Sean?
I think he just got a bit wide out of turn 3 and had 2 wheels in the gravel.
Yeah, he's had a moment somewhere there, hasn't he? So that's gonna allow Aaron to move up a place. P6 now.
Pagani's got Pine well and truly on in his gearbox.
This could be very interesting as we enter a lap 11.
Pine's going to pick his spot. He's not going to do it into turn 1.
Oh, Pagani's all over the shot there. That's going to be a penalty, you would think. Or has he avoided the penalty? It doesn't matter anyway because he's already through. Pagani back in the slipstream now. He's trying to find a way back through. He's going to go to the outside. Pine has the inside. Pagani tries to go around the outside. And Ross having a little look now as well at Pagani. Seeing if he can get
couldn't quite get the overlap.
Ross having a look down the inside and then slips back in. Looks like Pine's done it. Penalty P3. Tom's picked up another penalty in the process of this. And another turn 1 penalty, I'd imagine. There's Aaron in the background of this as well. P6. So as we get to the end of lap 11.
I feel like Tom's had as many penalties as he's got championships in this race.
Yeah, and still 4 seconds in front of P3. I mean, he's just set the fastest lap of the race last time around, to be fair. So Pine is your new man in P3, so change to the podium places, and he's outside of slipstream range now, Pagani.
Yeah,
so
he's catched Pagani, so
unless Pagani can pull out something out of the bag here, it's going to have to settle for it at P4. Best of both of them having a big slide there, Pagani and Ross.
Yeah, Naren all over the outside curb at turn 1, had a big old twitch himself.
Well, Pagani's back in the slipstream range of Pine, so I think they all had a bad turn 1, to be honest.
Pagani's not had the best exit out of turn 2 either. Although, given the twitch, he's still going on Pine with the slipstream.
Yes, I believe so. Zombie, it's always at the same thing. It's because of you can change the slipstream level in the settings, so at the setting it's on, I'm pretty sure it is the same.
Yeah, it's about 6 or 7 tenths.
Yeah, it's always at
on
that
the setting we have it on.
I think it's on real, isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So you can have a weak, real, or strong, I think. I think it's somewhere in the region of 7.5 tenths, I believe. Something like that. James has come out with the conundrum here. If Tom doesn't win, he's being dropped tomorrow. So, I mean, I think he's picked up a 1.5 second penalty. So, I mean,
he's really sent it somewhere to get that.
That was the last. I came on when I came on board. It was the last couple of corners. He got it all wrong. He was way out wide. So, yeah. I mean, he's lucky he's got a gap behind, because that is going to well slow him down. That 1.5 seconds loses you probably more than 2 seconds, to be honest. So, yeah, he's very lucky he's got a big gap behind, because that is a huge penalty to get rid of. Pine is still P3, Pagani, Ross, then Aaron's actually goes right up to the back. Ross has not had a good exit either, and Aaron is going to be right on his gearbox here. Very, very close. Will he go for a move? He's having a look down the inside. Yes, having a look. He's going to go down the inside. Ross gives him a bit of room. Very, very respectful driving there. And Aaron is up to P5. These two always give each other so much room. So there we go. Aaron making some moves up into P5. Personal best as well. Aaron's come into his own near the end of the race. He's actually started to improve his times as that fuel's burned off. So there we go. Witchell is coming across for what is going to be P1 for him. And T. Smith, very lucky with that 1.5 second penalty, as he's actually, that gap's only 1.3 seconds between Tom and Pine. There we go. Pagani P4, Aaron's P5, Ross's P6, SBY's P7. There comes Will, Graham, Lee, Captain Chubbs, and then we've got Biggles in the background too. I set 28.8, so he's got the pace, Biggles. He's just made a couple of mistakes with his penalties there, but he's got some good pace this evening, actually. 28.8 is a very solid lap. So there we go. For race 1, Witchell takes it from P2 on the grid. And then we're going to be finding out now what the number is for this evening. Where it's going to be reversed. Remember, the cars that are reversed will be on the medium tyres. Well, let's have a little look at the result then. So Witchell takes race 1 and also the fastest lap of the race, 28.2. There's T. Smith, P2, Pines P3, Pagani P4, Aaron's P5, and we've got Ross, SPY, Panda, Graham, Lee, Chubbs, and Biggles. So that is your standings for race 1. So what is our number that we have? And James has put sack Tom, awful driver. Unfortunately, I don't have that authority. Unfortunately, I believe he's actually the team leader technically. I mean, unless Ross wants to overthrow him and become team leader. I don't know. Well, actually, technically, I believe that Jonesy, after his disconnect, Jonesy became de facto team leader when he left the team, but is still part of the team. So, I mean, we need to speak to Jonesy about sacking him. But.
Yeah, but I think as the GT1 drivers, Tom and Ross overthrow Jonesy anyway. Well, they did when he was driving. I don't know how that team dynamic works now.
I mean, to be honest, it's kind of just like abusing each other, to be honest. That's kind of how we get the best at each other. That's how it works. I mean, it's worked so far, so we'll continue. Right, so guaranteed the top 6 are going to be on mediums when they're reversed. P8, there we go. Who was P8? Was that Will?
It was Will.
Yeah. So Will is... So anyone from a Will upwards will be reversed. So will be starting P1 on the medium tyres, and then
it'll be a One Motorsport front row with SBY in second.
Yep. So it's going to be Will and then SBY at the front. So that's going to how it works. And then behind P8, so you'll have Graham, Lee, and a couple of other guys as well at the back. It's Chubbs and Biggles, I think. Back to they'll all be on softs. And Mikey, yes, I have saved the replays.
Yeah, Graham, Lee, Chubbs, and Biggles will all be on the soft tyre.
So, I mean, usually soft tyres obviously have. I mean, around this track, we'd maybe say 1 second of a difference. Maybe a tiny bit less actually, because there's not many corners, is there?
Yeah, it's not that many corners.
Max a second, really, I would say. Difference.
Yeah, not really going to be able to maximise in too many spots the tyre advantage round here.
Yeah.
Fault.
Definitely. So yeah, there's probably going to be about a second. Obviously, the one thing that the medium tyre did have a kind of advantage with in race 2 last night was tyre wear. Because obviously Kyoto there is a wee bit more tyre wear, whereas round here it's non-existent in these cars and this track as well. So that's not really a factor, to be honest. Power difference on the compounds.
Well,
James asking if there's any rain.
I mean, it can rain around here, but looking at the way the lobby looks at the moment,
it's unlikely at present. I mean, GT does change very quickly, to be fair, so don't rule it out.
Pete's shot his shot and said Sean for a race 2 win.
Well, he's starting from the front row. Yeah, I mean, Derek's saying about the front rights must have been through to the metal last night. To be fair, mine's in race 1 and race 2 were fine. Race 3, on the other hand, I don't know what I was doing. My front right was, I think it had been shot, to be honest, by the end of the race. Didn't have any left. Much nicer on the tyres, these cars, than round here. No long sweeping corners like Kyoto. So, much nicer. A couple of these guys are getting ready on the mediums. Might not have done many laps in the mediums, for example. I mean, I know I hadn't practiced a single lap around Kyoto on mediums, so.
No, I don't think I've done any practice on the mediums for Aspen races this season, so.
It's just been lap 1, and I've just been like, oh, not too bad. Not a single lap on those mediums. I'm interested in this. P9 is Graham, so Graham's going to be the first man on the soft tyres, so keep an eye on him over the first lap or so, and we'll see where he can get up to, and he can move forward. That's going to be the big one.
We have seen in some of the previous weeks where we've had the tyre switch, where Lee's been on softs and actually made his way forward quite well, so keep an eye on Lee.
Right, we've got Will and Sean who are going to lead us off on this one. Race 2, starting on the medium tyres, of course, as the 5 red lights come on for race 2, and we are off on the medium tyres then for the field up to P8. So we've got Ross, who's had an amazing start and is already up into P2 at the moment, but SPY has a little look down the inside at Will. That was fairly aggressive.
That was robust.
Oh, fairly aggressive. Oh, it's 3 wide. Oh, it's 4 wide.
It's 4 wide.
4 wide. It's 4 wide.
Go on, boys.
Oh, SPY. Oh, that was ballsy, wasn't it? 4 wide at one point. Down the inside, it's 2-3 wide. There's a lot of cars bumping in the background. Ross is still in P1. Aaron's now. Ross is up to P1.
Aaron's gained very well out of that.
Yeah, Aaron's P2, SPY, and well, dropped down. SPY was very aggressive there on that opening corner. I was a bit too aggressive. It was his teammate. Alongside, there's a couple of cars in the background. Very, very late. Oh, there's a car. There's multiple cars on the. Oh, there's chaos in the background. Pagani's off. Oh, it's been a little bit. It's a little bit. It was Cameron race 1. It's went chaos in lap 1 and race 2. T. Smith is up to P5.
He's got early and got himself a penalty as well.
Yeah, he's up to P4 now, but he has a penalty in the background. SPY's on the gravel.
That's a very wide BWT there. That was Witchell.
SPY's having an absolute nightmare opening lap here. He's now P4 again. What is he? Oh, he's miles off there. What is he doing? Where is he going? Does he know where the track is?
Is his VR glitching?
What's going on? I think that's what you call. I think he saw the lights there being in P1, and I think he's panicked. And unfortunately for SPY, he's ended up nearly at the back of the field by the end of lap 1. So that has been an absolute calamity for SPY, unfortunately. Ross is P1 then. We've got Aaron in P2. He's got a penalty. Nope. But these two are going to have a decent battle. But look at here, we'll get Well in P3. Witchell, what's happened to Witchell?
He made contact with Graham going into turn 2, and I think he's just pulled over to concede the position back.
Oh, there's contact there in the background. We've got Chubbs and Pine, who are going side by side. And the next corner, Chubbs wins out. He's up to P7. Remember, Chubbs is on the soft tyres.
That's not been a good opening lap for WRT with Liam Pagani at the back of the field.
I mean, it was, to be honest, I don't actually think I saw half of what happened during lap 1 there. It was very chaotic at points.
No, I saw Pagani in the gravel at the exit of turn 3. It's quite a long way in the gravel, in fact.
Yeah, I mean, Ross and Aaron have ended up P1 and P2 here.
Yep, Aaron served his penalty and held P2.
Yeah. I mean, these two out front, I think will be difficult to beat from this position, I'll be honest. Especially if Tom keeps getting penalties as well. We can't afford that in this race at all. And we've got Graham, obviously, he's the first man on the softs as well, so keep an eye on him.
Yep. Also, keep an eye on Chubbs, because he's hounding Witchell on the softs, and Chubbs does like the soft tyre. He's having a look.
Down the inside of Witchell. He's got him. He's up at a P6. So Chubbs and Graham are the ones to watch here, and then we've also got Tom, obviously, and Witchell, who are very quick on the mediums. So it's going to be a very, very interesting race, this one.
Witchell's looking back.
Oh, he is indeed. He's through. There was a bit of contact there in the process. However, it's a tiny bit. Well, to be honest, Witchell is still lagging on my screen quite a bit. What could have been, though, for SBY, unfortunately, though, it's down in P10.
Will's going quite well at the moment. He's all over the back of Aaron.
He is indeed. Good spot. Graham's very wide in the background. Remember, he's in the soft tyres.
I thought that was too wide.
Yeah, it did look very, very wide. So that's not going to help him in his charge with the soft tyres. Now Ross has made a run for it here, and he's doing well. 1.4 seconds now. He's ahead of Aaron, who has well in the background. Graham is going to have to serve that penalty. It's going to put him vulnerable from behind. He's got T. Smith and Witchell. Then comes Captain Chubbs. He's on the soft tyres. He's trying to do well in race 2 here. A bit of a difficult race 1 for him. We've got Biggles and Pete as well. Remember, he's also on the soft tyres. Then comes Pine on the mediums. We've got SBY as well. Pagani and Lee. Obviously, Pagani had that. He ended up, I think he was kind of the end product of a bit of chaos. They ended up in the gravel. What happened, we're not entirely sure. However, Graham having a little look at but he's just going to have a service penalty anyway, so there's not much point making a move here, as he's going to get probably back down anyway. Now, is he going to move to Tom? I don't think Tom's quite close enough. However, he has gained a couple of attempts through that corner. So it's going to be very, very tight now between Graham and Tom here. Have a little look. Here comes Tom. He sets back. Bearing in mind that he probably does know Graham's on the soft, so there's not much point in trying to get back past him. I think Graham is going to close back up, so he might as well just take them with him, I would think. That gap out front's closed a bit.
Chubbs has recomposed himself and caught back up to Witchell. Oh, as I say that, he almost threw it into a wall.
His teammate's going quite well. He did actually. Oh, I've seen that. He just picked up a penalty. But I did say that he had some good pace, Biggles. Oh, that's down the inside. It's T. Smith having to defend from Witchell.
Having to defend, yep.
Witchell then goes for the cutback. Now T. Smith.
Got to get hung out on the outside here.
Yeah, he's going to have to do the long way around here, and I think Witchell is going to have this. Now, let's be honest. Oh, no, he's not. He's not actually. T. Smith is going to. Oh, he's hit him. Oh dear.
Yeah, that looked messy from the angle I had.
It looked very messy, didn't it?
Chubb's got himself involved as well.
I don't know who. All I saw was contact between Witchell and T. Smith. I didn't see what caused the contact, but there was definitely a lot of contact between the two of them. Now, I'm not sure what happened there, but I mean,
well, that'll get looked at in the steward's office after the race.
It's there's not been many races this season, but it's been an unusually messy race from GT1, this one so far.
Graham's got himself back onto the back of Panda now, so can he make that soft tyre work?
Well!
He took a lot of the inside curve there, did Will. Absolutely catapulted him across to the outside.
I think he was off to the track they're going to next week or something now. What on earth was that? That was way there. He got really unsettled. He's trying to hold. Oh, where's he gone?
he's taking a leaf out of Sean's book, exploring all of the track.
Will got lost there, I think. Well, Ross and Aaron, I wonder what the fuss is. What's happening behind here? They're in a world of their own here. So yeah, that's now Witchell has dropped down to P9. Now, is he letting Tom? Has he backed off to let Tom back through? Like, I don't know what he's doing here. Because I mean, he wasn't there after that incident, was he?
No,
he got away.
He'd carried on, he was with Chubbs.
Yeah, but now he's back down to P9, so I'm like, I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, well, his last lap was a 36.3,
yeah,
Tom's was a 37.8, but we know he was in the gravel.
So, I mean, I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. Ross 1.7 seconds in front, anyway. He's in a world of his own at the moment, and he's setting very nice lap times. Yeah,
which was definitely let off because he was nearly 7 seconds slower than Chubbs was, and they were together out of that incident, so...
And Chubbs has got past well now, as we know. So Chubbs 4.7 seconds. There's 6 odd laps to go. I just don't see it being anyone else other than Ross winning this, to be honest.
Now, I'm going to put my team hat on here, and I will happily end the race right now.
Yeah, P2 and P3. Yeah, unfortunately, we've got an unusual situation where we've got Tom down in P10 for our Brawn team, which doesn't happen very often. Looks like he's almost some contact. We'll see what happens with that. I think Mike said there could have been some... Oh no, Derek's saying there could have been some lag in that. That's also a possibility. No idea what's happened there.
Yeah, having seen what Witchell's connection's been doing to us tonight, I wouldn't put it past the realms of possibility.
Oh, Ross has picked up a half a second penalty, which is going to put him right into the clutches of Aaron here. He was looking all so comfortable out in front, 1.6 seconds clear, and that is going to become nothing, literally nothing.
Yep, if Aaron can have a tidy lap here, it's going to be right there at the end of the next one.
Well, Graham's there as well, so Graham's coming, Captain Chubbs is coming as well. This could get very, very tasty for the race win. Ross holding out here. I mean, Ross has literally got no tyre wear. Literally nothing on those mediums. Non-existent. So, floor it. You don't have to worry about tyres anyway. Well, Ross is having a decent old lap here. He's actually got away from Aaron a bit here and continuing to get away. The big one here is Graham, and if Aaron, I wonder here if Aaron plays the team game and lets Graham go here, because I think it is on. Right, you can just about see it. It's just non-existent, really. But does Aaron let Graham go? Because he's on the quicker tyre at the moment. Well, obviously during this race, so I don't know. I mean, obviously Aaron's right behind Ross there because of that penalty, but... Wait,
I'm just thinking about the penalty line here. They've been fairly kind to us in where they put that. They could have put it in a much worse place.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's much worse places they could have put that. So it's
as they have on many of the other circuits we've raced on this season.
Yeah, I mean the one at... I'm thinking the one at Seaside was pretty horrible. Have you got a penalty there? There's been a couple of really, really bad ones this season. I remember there's been a couple in GT1 that's been pretty terrible. I think Deep Forest was pretty awful. So quite kind, this one, I would say. Now, just all hovering in and out of slipstream range here, so it's going to be very, very tight these last few laps. Captain Chubbs is closing very quickly now. He's now 2.6 seconds, so he's taking chunks out of the guys in front of him here. Now, Ross looked tidier than Aaron through that corner, but Ross was a little bit more conservative. Aaron's proper wrung the neck out of that through that corner, and he's gained a bit. But Graham is looking very, very quick behind. What do you do with Aaron in this section? Do you let him go, or do you hold out and hope Ross makes a mistake? Do you let Graham have a go? Dilemma here for Aaron. In the background you got, well, Pine, SBY, who's picked up another penalty. It's been a bit of an evening to forget so far.
Ross very wide out the penultimate corner.
Is he? Oh, he's picked up a penalty.
Yep. There it is.
Oh dear. Well, yeah, SBY's down in P7. He's not had a good race too here. It's been a... Could have went so well for SBY here. Unfortunately, Witchell's closing up on him as well. We've got Wiggles in P9, Tom in P10.
Ross has picked up another penalty out of turn 1. It's now second.
Oh, it's not going well for Ross. It's all going downhill. It looks like it could be a 1-2 at the moment here. Oh, Ross is all over the place. Aaron's going to be through. I think Aaron's going to get through here as Ross going to defend the inside line. Aaron's going to go round the outside. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, Graham's going to go through. Oh, it's going to be very tight here. Ross holding on for dear life. Graham has a look down the inside. It's side by side. Graham down the inside, gets through.
Aaron just has to hold station here. He doesn't need to make anything
Captain
of this.
Chubbs is right behind him as well. And now Captain Chubbs is on the soft tyres. He's got a massive pace advantage here. And there goes Ross, drops down to P4. He now has to sit behind here and watch this battle unfold. All went wrong for Ross here. P1, comfortably P1 as well at one point.
Now, you'd expect Chubbs to get past Aaron, but what Graham's going to need from Aaron is a little bit of a rear gunner job for a few corners. Aaron needs to hang on to Graham, like you say, get a toe.
Ross is wide in the background again there. He might get a penalty for that. I think he avoided it.
Pete asking about SBY, he's P7.
Yeah, it's all about Aaron just kind of sticking with Graham here, and then that could hold him off. Will's picked up a penalty. That's going to put him right in the clutches of Pine. SBY still down in P7. He's got Witchell all over him though, and Tom is down in P10 and Pagani's P11. It's one of those things around here. It's so tight in GT1, sorry, that one mistake can just properly ruin races and things like that. Obviously Pagani ended up out in the gravel, no idea what happened there, and that's going to ruin his race too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Similarly for Tom as well. And Lee, I think, got caught up in things as well.
Yeah. Chubbs all over the back of Aaron now.
Oh, he's nearly pushing him around a corner, wasn't he?
Yeah. Pretty sure they're in a party together, so...
Oh, Chubbs is wide though. Has he got away with that?
I think he was 2 wheels on the curb, so he's alright. He's just showing Aaron the nose.
Oh, he's had an amazing run. Oh, he's nearly pushing him around the corners. Oh, look how close they are. Chubbs knows this is so important. Aaron goes to defend. Chubbs to the outside.
Aaron just
he's going to go for a cutback.
Apex.
Oh, he's going for a cutback. He's having a look. Oh, he's done well, Aaron. He's done well there.
You'll know from last night, as long as you park it on the apex, keep it there.
I knew that was coming.
You took one out of my book. you've been watching me long enough. You've served me up a dose of my own medicine last night.
Did you get some PTSD from that last night, Si?
I felt a weird sense of pride.
Right, okay, Graham holding on P1 from Aaron, and P2 comes Captain Chubbs behind, but he's still pushing him through. Captain Chubbs, I think, is going to have to settle here for P2 at best here. Graham's got away. Aaron's doing a good job of being a bus.
Doing a cracking job at being the bus.
On the medium tires, Captain Chubbs on the soft. He's doing his utmost best here at the moment. This is a great result for her.
There's all sorts going on a bit
Witchell,
further back. P7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, this looks very nasty. And a turn 1, this looks chaotic.
That's 3 wide in the turn 1, boys.
Not pleasant.
Oh, Biggles is round. He hung up on the nose of SBY.
Oh dear.
Spun off wide. Meanwhile, Chubbs and Aaron side by side out of turn 2. Aaron's got the inside line for 3.
Oh, this is going to have to go the long way around here, hasn't he? This is going to be difficult. This is going to be challenging.
Just show him out wide, show him out wide.
It's going to be... Oh, Captain Chubbs has got him, I think.
He shoots the soft tyre, he's got the traction. I think Chubbs has got
this done. He's going to have the inside. He's got it done. Unless Aaron can do a cut back, but I don't think he's going to be able to find a way. Oh, he's having a look, he's having a look. Oh, he can't do it. Captain Chubbs swings back round the outside. Ross is having a look back as well here. He's right behind him, remember. To drop down to P4. He's right on the back of Aaron here. Having a look. Aaron, oh, Ross having a look down the inside. Oh, I thought he was going for that there. Oh, Ross is wide. Oh, watch yourself, Ross. Here comes Graham, though. Takes a win. Good drive for him on the soft tabs. On the soft tires, Captain Chubbs P2, Aaron P3, Ross is P4, Pine P5, Well P6. Then comes Witchell and Tom P7 and P8. SPY P9, Pagani, then Lee, and then Biggles in the background. He got the fastest lap of the race there, Biggles, so he's going to get a point for that. Well, that was entertaining, if a bit messy, but entertaining nonetheless.
Can I just say, get in there, Team Halford Duessa. Oh, we needed that.
Yeah, that's massively helped you in the championship. Yep. So that was a weirdly eventful race. After race 1 was quite calm actually. There we go. So race 2, Graham with a great result there, and Team Halford's with an incredible result for them. There we go. There is your standings for race 2. There's your results, and there's what happened down the back as well. Unfortunately, if you got involved in an incident early on, it kind of ruined your race, as SBY, Pagani, Lee, and also Tom, Witchell, all of those get involved in early incidents, and because of the pace, they just didn't really have that much to fight back on, unfortunately. Well, that was there's a lot more action in that race than race 1 anyway. There's a lot. And I don't think we saw half of the action that happened during that race, to be honest. There was probably quite a lot we missed. There seemed to be a lot of battles up and down the field there.
So, reverse championship order for race 3. So, which one, Tom, coming through from the back?
Yeah. Well, race 3, if you don't already know, is going to be a reverse championship order, which means, well, we know who's going to be starting last, don't we? That's
yeah, we know what the back row is.
Yeah, that's self-explanatory, that one. I wonder if Aaron knows he's on medium tyres still. I don't know. I'd imagine he's probably going to have been told, but...
Mike's just reminded him in our group chat.
Oh, good. I was panicking slightly there. I mean, I didn't want to repeat the Lee incident when he was on... Was it Inters, wasn't he? Was it Wets?
Oh, yeah.
He was on something. Yeah, it wasn't on Dries, I remember that. It was on
it wasn't Dries.
It was on some sort of wet tyre. Yeah, that was...
Yeah, that didn't really work out for him on a very dry...
I mean, it was very much hoping for some sort of random microbus monsoon to appear on the track just from nowhere, but it never happened.
He was praying for a Noah's Ark moment.
Yeah, I still don't understand how that happened, because it was weird. But anyway. But yeah, reverse championship order, so we will have a full reverse from P1 to the back on standing. So yeah, we'll be Witchell and Tom at the very, very back of the field, and everyone's back on softs on this race.
Well, they will be once Aaron remembers to change his tyres.
Well, hopefully we have a bit more of a calm lap 1.
Yeah, there'll be a few drivers in the field hoping it's a bit calmer after the shenanigans that went on in the previous race.
To be fair, there's always 1 or 2 races in a season, and by and all, GT1 has been exceptionally clean this season. There's been very, very few moments I can remember that were kind of difficult or a bit dodgy. To be fair, it's been a very, very clean season by and large by them all.
Well, people in the chat says that Sean has said he's going to smash this one. I'm just concerned in what way he's going to smash it.
I mean, I must say, I was very concerned in the last few corners, and I genuinely, when I was wondering, I was like, what, where is he actually going? It was so wide. I mean, in fairness, to be honest, I think Will took a bit of a detour as well, turn 1.
yeah. I think those one motorsport Hondas have got a different sort of sat-nav system in them.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a weird GPS going on, haven't we? It was very, very wide.
Maybe they were trying to drive the old historic Österreich ring. Right, Aaron has now changed his tyres, so I suggest we're not far from getting going.
Yep, for the final race of this evening. Where are GT1 next week?
They are at Autopolis, and it's their wet week.
Oh. So it's endurance week next week.
It's an endurance week, and it's guaranteed to be wet.
And it's Autopolis as well, which it's a track that a lot of people do not like, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, although in the scheme of things, I don't know what track's worse to be wet. Maybe our one. We've got one of the Tokyo Expressway tracks in the wet in the final week.
Did we get the depth chicane?
I can't remember. I think it's the east layout, so I don't think it's got the depth chicane in it.
But maybe the one with the dock in it. That's the one with the dock there.
I don't know. I think it's one of the more like elongated versions of it. But
I've not not done any wet running at all in GT7, so see where that one goes.
My wet running's limited, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't say I'm. Yeah, I can't say I'm looking forward to the wet week, to be honest.
Okay, race timer has started. About to get underway.
There we go, right. So, Biggles, obviously reverse championship order, alongside Graham, all the way back to the back row, which is going to be T. Smith and Witchell. So, last race of this evening. Reverse championship order, all on soft tyres. We're going to have Biggles, it's going to take us as we start race 3. Good start from Biggles, very, very good start.
Very good start, he's got a great launch.
Nice, amazing launch, hasn't he? Well, he's got away from Graham anyway, so he doesn't have to worry about him into turn 1. In fairness though, he's been a meal at turn 1, mind you, and Graham is alongside now. In the background,
we're three wide at the back.
Also we are T. Smith, Pagani and Ross, then Witchell's having a look as well. It's side by side, T. Smith P10 at the moment, round the outside, T. Smith going the long way. Oh dear.
It's all gone wrong.
Captain Chubbs, I think, span, and I think it led to a bit of a concertina effect at the back. Graham anyway in the lead from Lee and P2. We've got Biggles who's having to defend from a stalking panda behind him.
Do pandas stalk?
I just don't know. Maybe they stalk the
this
bamboo.
One does.
They stalk bamboo, I think, maybe. SBY P5, and then comes Witchell P6, Aarons in P7. Witchell's lag is bordering on undrivable, I would suggest, for the guys behind. Pine is P8, T. Smith P9, Pagani's P10, Ross in 11, Captain Chubbs after that, starting P12. So Graham again sees himself out front. He's enjoying himself at the Red Bull Ring this evening. They want to come here every week, although I don't think the rest of the field will quite agree with that. Now, who's side by side here? That's Sean. And well, Sean did say he was going to smash this one. Hopefully that doesn't mean his teammate into oblivion. And hopefully that means he's going to actually win this one. Let's hope for Sean's sake. And Will's sake. Side by side, mind you. We're going to be here down the inside. Is Will just going to let Sean go? Side by side in the background as well. Was that Pine and T. Smith?
Tom with a huge switchback.
Oh, that's beautiful.
There he goes.
That was stunning, that was. There we go. Tom showing why he's a multi-champion there. Can't remember how many championships he's won. Pagani and Ross both get penalties as well there, so I'm going to drop that.
I believe he's a 10-time champion, is T. Smith.
Now Graham still in the lead here. Lee and Biggles behind, and we've got Panda, SBY. I really want him to have a good race here, SBY.
Yep, Witchell's latching himself onto the back of this 5-car train for the lead.
I must say, I'd be very nervous if I had Witchell behind me with that lag.
Yeah, I would be too.
I'm not entirely sure where his car is half the time. He's right on the back of SBY here.
Yeah, SBY is about to find out exactly where it is.
It's
inside you. Nearly.
This is what you call a slipstream shame.
Biggles looked wide.
1.6
penalty for Biggles.
1.6 seconds covers the top 6 at the moment. Oh, it's
Lee's having a look.
Yeah, out of turn 2. Oh, bit of
contact.
Bing in the background. That was all because of that. It's because it was how slow it was into that corner with Lee and Graham on the inside.
Mitchell's found himself from 6th to 3rd out of that corner.
It's, yeah, that was. I mean, I don't think that was anyone's fault. That was just one of those things, wasn't it? It happens when cars go very, very slow on the inside. T. Smith having a look at Will now round the outside. T. Smith pulling out some great moves. Yeah, Pine's going to have a penalty to deal with as well here. Or Biggles as well, so there's going to be a lot of movement here. As goes Biggles, he's going to drop behind Aaron. There we go. Oh, Biggles is going to be tight there with Tom as well. Right. So Peatman saying it's SBY time. I'm very much hoping that Peatman is true. SBY up in P4 at the moment. Keep his nose clean and get a really good result here. SBY, you know how quick he is. He's right on the back of Witchell, who is stalking the back of Lee, who is right on the back of Graham. He's going for a look down the inside again. Oh, it's close. Lee gets it done though, for the moment. At least I did have to go tonight, so he's trying to make amends here in race 3. Graham, who won race 2, is he going to come back at him? Witchell's right in the background as well of this. Oh, Graham. Oh, they're... Oh. Graham and Witchell. Witchell having a look down the inside. That's ballsy. Graham saw him coming, though, to be fair to him. So
he did see him coming.
He got out of the way there. So Witchell's up to P2 now. He's got Lee directly in front of him. In fairness, though, he's only had one battle with Lee, and he realised Lee's a bit of a bus. Will this be round 2 of the Lee the Bus against Witchell?
I imagine having one experience of it, Witchell's not going to want to take any prisoners with this one.
Is that a penalty for Biggles again? He's quick round here, Biggles, but he's picked up a lot of penalties, which is really, really destroyed. He's even in Biggles, he's very wide on the outside again. Right, here we go. Down into turn 2. Witchell is going to be more under threat from behind, to be honest, here than he is.
Yeah, Lee had himself a very good run through turn 1 compared to the guys
Graham.
behind, and it's all got.
I think it's just the
slow
lag.
It's the lag. It's the concertinaing up. It's
because I mean, if I don't know where Witchell is, I can't imagine they're going to know where Witchell is. Oh, SBY having a look down the inside. Oh, there's a bit of contact there between the two. And they're still side by side, going into the left-hander, Witchell gets back past. SBY's got a penalty to deal with as well. And in the background, we've got Graham and Aaron, again P4, P5, so they're side by side now again. Two teammates.
That fight behind's given Lee a little bit of a gap.
T-Smith's up to P6 now, as Biggles has that penalty, remember, so he had to serve that. So yeah, Lee's actually doing well here. Trying to get away to Witchell on the outside there. 29.4 from Lee, so he's in some decent times. Witchell's bought a penalty as well. So
Aaron and Graham switch.
Oh, again. So very good at doing this. Oh, teammates swapping position. Oh, it's been what? Oh, that was ballsy, wasn't it?
Opportunistic. Graham, I think, was a little bit compromised in letting Aaron go.
Oh, he's having a look down the inside, though.
Back. That's it, Graham. Fighting boy.
Oh, T-Smith's there in the background as well. SBY's picked up a penalty, so that's P2 and P4 both got penalties. T-Smith having a look as well. Graham having a look back at SBY. T-Smith around the outside of Graham. That's a great move. That's a P5. Oh, Will's got a penalty as well. There's multiple penalties here. So Witchell
halfway through this race in less than 5 seconds, covering the top 10.
Yeah. Oh, that's T-Smith. Oh, and SBY gets past him because SBY had that penalty. And in the background, we've got Graham P6, Biggles and P7. Then comes Pine. Oh, very, very close between the top 9, as you say. So Lee, 29.3, fastest for him again. So keep doing those personal bests. He's plugging away, Lee, and he's doing well. Witchell in P2. Oh, he's very out of shape again there. Aaron's doing well in P3. Then comes T-Smith. He's on a charge as well. P4 for him. P5 for SBY. Then comes Graham. And that's Biggles and Pine. Pine having a look down the inside of Biggles. Biggles defends the outside line. I think Pine, decent exit, side by side again. I think Biggles might just have it for the time being. Pine, will he have another look down the inside? He's having a look down the inside. Biggles defending. Goes a little bit wide though. And Pine is getting through here. And there's Will in the background as well, having a little look at Biggles. Will go round the outside. Will tries to go round the outside. Biggles trying to defend the line. They're side by side, they're still side by side. Will still holding it round the outside. He's picked up a penalty though for going too wide. But he is through. Up into P8. Lee is... Oh, he's been very much closed in here.
He's been reeled right in here.
Aaron's coming as well though, so's Tom. Oh, and SB, oh my god. 2.3 seconds now for the top 5. They are closing in very quickly on Lee now. That's going to get very interesting as we enter lap 8, which always looks very out of shape there. And towards turn 1, but he's very, very quick as well though. And he's going to be right on him as he enters towards turn 2. Up towards the hill. Witchell has a look. Switches. Goes to the outside. Dives to the inside. Oh, he taps Lee. And they're going side by side now. Down towards turn 3. Lee and Witchell.
Aaron with a watching brief. He's got front row seats to it.
Witchell down the inside. And I think Lee has to give that one up.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that in the background there? We got Graham and Pine there having a bit of a battle. But look at it, Will's got a penalty, so he's going to have to... He's going to be dropping back towards Pagani. And Ross is all the way down in P11 as well. He got, I think, caught up in that incident at the start of the race with Chubbs. So very unfortunate for him. And Witcher then ahead now as we enter lap 9. And Ali now has to defend from chasing back behind, which includes Aaron, T. Smith and SBY, who SBY's also picked up another penalty. So that's going to put him quite close to Pine and Graham behind. All nicely through turn 2 then. Nobody having any major moments. However, Lee is going to have to make sure he drives inch perfect. Or he could see himself overtook by 2 or 3 cars in a couple of corners. Oh, Lee!
Oh, wasn't the best exit for him.
That's going to be Aaron through, you'd imagine. Maybe T. Smith as well. And there we go, Aaron's through. Lee makes a wee mistake. That was one through. Can T. Smith follow through shortly? Oh, it's going to be very, very tight here in the next couple of corners. T. Smith having a little look here at Lee. He's right on him. Go lap 10 now. Aaron ahead of Lee. T. Smith behind P4, Pine and P5. Then comes Graham. SBY.
Penalty for Tom.
Oh dear.
Lee having a look at Aaron.
Back down the inside. Oh. Very, very close there, wasn't it? Side by side, yeah. It was a little bit of touch between the wheels. Oh, he's having a look again. He's not giving it up. Oh, it's very close. There comes Tom as well, but Tom's got a penalty as well. It's very, very close between these three here. They're fighting tooth and nail. I think T. Smith is going to drop behind Pine here.
Back of Aaron's car trying to step out on him under braking there.
So there comes Pine. He's going to get past T. Smith, so he's going to be up to P4 now. Oh, is he actually? Is he going to hold on? Oh, he's just managed to hold on.
Tom's held it.
So, there we go. T. Smith holding off Pine as we enter lap 11, which will gap out front now is massive. He's off. Oh, in the background there we got SBY on Graham down the inside. Not usually where we see an overtake, but he's got it done. Well done, SBY, up to P6. Brave move. And Graham is P7 now. Back in the slipstream range, and up front, got Lee and Aaron again. It's becoming a theme here. Aaron holds him off for the time being. Lee back in the slip again, no. Then comes T. Smith, who's got Pine all over him. And then this battle between SPY, Graham and Pagani is joined on as well. And Wells in the background as well.
Ross and Biggles keeping each other company at the back.
I think this fight between Pagani, Graham and SBY is very, very interesting. He's all over the back of Graham for the last few corners. He's trying to have a look. He's very, very close. Nearly pushing him around that corner there. He's having a look. Nowhere really for him to go around here though. So Graham's holding him off for the time being. As you were out front, which was 3.2 seconds, but that's not what the battles are at the moment. It's this one for P2 between Aaron, Lee, Tom. Pine's got a penalty, so that's going to drop him into the clutches of SBY Graham. And then Pagani's having a look at Graham now. Then he's been very close to him. Pagani and Graham swapping places here. Pagani's going to be inside line.
Chubbs has dropped out of turn 1. Pagani
then down the outside, Captain Chubbs, Graham, sorry, holding the outside line. There's Well in the background as well. They're still side by side. Graham is just ahead at the moment.
Lee's
Wells
got some
right
defending
there
to do. Tom's up the inside, there's contact.
Graham and Pagani as well, side by side with each other. Pagani's through. Oh, it's a slide, but he's still through. Wells trying to go through as well, up to P8. Graham drops down to P9. Go back up. Oh, Tom did get past that. Tom up to P3. Oh, Pine's going to have to serve this penalty. Is that going to let SBY through? Oh, it's close. Oh,
he's going to try
not
it.
Going to be nice. Oh, you could see that happening a mile off, couldn't you? It's just going to be so tight. Yeah, you don't want to go side by side round there. That was sensible from SBY. Into the last lap then. Witchell well out in front. Aaron's going to have T. Smith all over him. Into turn 2. Have they both got away without getting a penalty? It appears so.
Aaron's going to have to defend.
Oh, Aaron's going to stick to the outside. T. Smith down the inside. Aaron holds him off for the time being. Tom going for a good exit. Oh, he's had a monster exit. He's in the slip. This is going to be tight in towards turn 3. He's closing within a tenth of a second.
Aaron, get to the inside.
T. Smith has to go the long way round. Is he going to go for a cutback? Is he going to try and hold it around the outside? He's going to try, but there we are. Lee's off!
Lee's gone!
Lee's gone! Oh, he's going to drop all the way down. Oh, he's crashed! Oh no!
He's it!
Graham! I know!
No!
Oh my god!
It's all gone off.
Oh, Witchell is coming around the last few corners. Oh, what's going on? Right, Witchell is coming around to take race 3.
Oh no, Aaron! No!
Oh!
And huge twitch!
T. Smith's through!
And he was off really wide. Is the gun going to penalise him?
No, he's got away with it,
No,
I think.
he's got away with it.
Oh, T. Smith takes P2, Aaron P3, Pine P4, SUI P5, Pagani P6, Well P7, Graham P8, Biggles P9, Ross P10, Captain Chubbs is
waiting for Lee, reversing, yeah.
He's reversing across the line for P11. Lee comes across in at P12. Wow, that was an eventful last lap. Oh my. Yeah, that was a lot. What happened there? Wow. There we go. Witcher from last to first for race 3. Well, that was safe to say that was eventful. That race 2 and race 3 was they were both very eventful. There we go. Well, that concludes your action for this evening. We got race 1 was Witchell, race 2 was Graham, and race 3 back to Witchell again. And fastest lap for Witchell there on race 1 and race 3. Race 2 was fast lap was Biggles, I believe. So Biggles got a fast lap there. So yeah, that was a lot of action there to go through. I think we only caught about half of it, to be honest. So yeah, good luck to the stewards.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a busy evening.
Oh dear. Right. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining us. That was very eventful. We're going to have next week. We're back to endurance weeks. Group 3's GT2s round Brands Hatch. Going to be lawn mowing some grass, I feel, around there. And Friday night, we're going to be at rainy Autopolis. So good luck to the GT1 boys for that. I'd rather you than me. So join us again for that next week. And thank you for joining us.